Hey guys, this is Steven with Myers Paranormal. Today, while out here on this old rainy, dreary day, we're going to go walk around and film our local Veterans Memorial Park here. Just wanted to kind of let y'all see this place. It has a lot of neat stuff, so you guys come along with us and let's see what we can get. This park was donated by many people. American Legion and just private donors, businesses. There was people that gave $20,000, $10,000, $5,000, $2,000, $1,000, $500. They gave a lot of money for this park. So there's a lot of interesting things that were actually used during the wartime. So I wanted to let y'all come check it out. The Veterans Memorial Park of Jackson County. But it's not a real big place, but you know, they're constantly adding things in. So just honoring our veterans that lost their lives in the war and the ones who fought. Just trying to give everybody credit for what they did. This right here, I believe this is a Sherman tank. Let's see. It's an M108 series combat tank used in the Cold War from 1957 to 1974 in the USSR. But a lot of interesting stuff here. So they even added this right here so that it wouldn't attempt to move. It's a big old thing. Can you imagine big old humongous daggum shell coming out of that thing? Woo. And all that they had to look out of is right there is a little pop-up window, and the people who drove had to look out of that. That's all they had. But was combat used, so. And then each bench here, if I'm not mistaken, it has a. This one was donated by the Redstone Federal Credit Union. But everything here was paid for by donors, locals around and everything. So, a little windy. It sure is cold too. So each one, that one has a couple of different soldiers' names and ranks on it. At nighttime, this place is beautiful. All these poles are actually lights. So here's a couple of more soldiers here. And we come over here. We got a gun that could have been hauled by that tank right there. It's a 1918 Schneider howitzer. This thing right here is shot, and it's literally a cannon, like back in the old days. But So you can look down in the barrel. Operated by these levers. This thing's in rough shape though. Look at that frame, how rusted out it is. This one, and I think the gun that's on further down were both at our courthouse, and they had them moved over here to the park. There's a war memorial at our local courthouse as well. I'll do a tour, do a walk around the court square one day. Oh, I passed. Oh, yeah, this bench has James Franklin Henshaw. And it has his information, but it's so wet you hardly can see it. This Bynum Foundation paid for and donated the sign over there. We'll make sure and get a shot of that, and that's going to be our thumbnail photo. So here's another one, but it gets wet, it's hard to read them. So, but they're constantly adding things in. They've got another place to add something else, but this was the anchor Admiralty pattern wrought iron anchor developed in 1841. This one come from the Naval History and Heritage Command. It weighs 8,000 pounds, but it doesn't give the specific ship it came from. But this thing right here will be here for a long time. It's solid iron all the way through. And that's where, up there's where the chains went through. But when these big old anchors fall down, oh man. This right here is just the link. You imagine the size of the chain had to hold this thing? I bet that just the link of it weighs about 1,000 pounds. And then we have another one, Jane Morton Peppers and William Billy Peppers. This one is in honor of Robert D. Word. And then this one is a Can 118 heavy field gun, German artillery, World War II from 1941 to 1945. Use was coastal defense and anti-tank. It weighs 38,000 pounds. And it shot a projectile that weighed 138 pounds for 18.4 miles. Basically, this right here is the same exact gun that's on that tank over there, but it just has a roll around frame for it to move. This would be moved by tanks and stuff like that as well, but this is some old military history here. A lot of these guns are no longer active. They removed the firing pins from them. These things are so heavy they had to use solid rubber tires because the regular inflatable tires, there was none that could hold the weight of something this big. So this right here was another one that was pulled behind a tank or something like that as well. So they're constantly adding to this park. It looks like they have another spot right here that wasn't here the last time I was here, poured for another piece of equipment. It could be being restored or something or anything. So yeah, the last time we were here, this wasn't here. This was just a regular piece of sidewalk. But you can see up there, this is a war used, I think it's an Apache, but we'll get up here and see. Cobra attack helicopter, used from 1967 to 2001. U.S. Army, Korea, Japan, and Jordan. One pilot, one co-pilot, one gunner. But this thing here, it's set over at our local fairground, which is just down the road for a long time. This is a 1971 AH-1F Cobra gunship. It was restored between 2019 and 2020. If you'll look up there, there's still actual rockets in that. Some on this side too. But yeah, I don't think that it even really has the engine in it, to be honest. It's just a shell. And see up there at the top, it has like a bull on it. That was something that they painted on. This one right here says cartridge activated device. And it says CW2 Hamilton, U.S. Army on the back. Uchi. And then right here, this is an unmanned drone. It's a Hunter MQ-5B tactical unmanned aerial vehicle. It was used for surveillance, battlefield observation, target acquisition, and communications relay. It was in service from 96 to 2020. So, yeah. And then I believe they're going to be adding more things on in here. They just, as they're accumulating donations, they bring more in. So, but you know, there's a lot of money right here in this park that the awesome citizens of Scottsboro donated. And there is a stone for each military branch. And there's a memorial wall over here, and then there's a little things that tells about each branch and things. And this one is at Arlington National Cemetery, Washington, D.C., the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He was so badly damaged that they couldn't find out who he was. apparently there are 3 unknown soldiers buried inside the monument, or in front of it. That's what this, and this is. One from World War I, one for World War II, one from Korea. And they only allow certain military Marines who have to pass drastic tests, and they have to be able to stand there for a long time, and like they have certain things that they have to do. Like it's like a whole process when they change out guards and everything. It's amazing, and they demand you do not speak. And then of course right here there's the Constitution about it. And then all around inside here in the middle is Coast Guard, Navy, Marines, Army, and then there's one for the Prisoner of War Mission in Action. And then there's one for the Air Force. And also NASA's included in that. And in the middle is 5 or 6 benches. Each one has a certain name on it. Different names. But Prisoner of War and Mission in Action, you know, they're the one who gave all they had for our freedom. So we always try to pay our respects and honor those guys and ladies. And without each branch of the United States military forces, we would not have our freedom. So we appreciate each and every one of them for what they've done. And then over here, the Jackson County service members who sacrificed their lives for our freedom. And it tells their name and the war they fought in. This one's World War II. Another one from World War II. A lot of people in World War II lost their lives, it looks like. World War II continued. And Korean War. In the Vietnam War. And then we have one from the Philippines and one from Iraq. And then somebody gracefully left some flowers. And right here it says the flagpoles were donated by Bill Taylor. And then, of course, we have, if you look up, Prisoner of War, United States flag, and the state of Alabama right here in the middle. Or on the outer edge, but standing tall and proud. And then this says, enshrined below this star is soil collected from foreign battlefields honoring those who fought and protected for our freedom. So somebody went to every place overseas that there was a war fought, and they took a little bit of their soil and buried it there. So there's their flags. And then we'll go to some of these signs. It says Monument Circle. And this is each one of the branches there. No, this is the one that had the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers. And then this is the National Cemeteries, which I would love to go. Apparently there's one in Montevallo, Alabama National Cemetery, constructed in 2009, and then there's the Chattanooga National Cemetery. And then this is the Soldiers' Commitment, Service, Honor, and Duty, and their creed. And then we have the Revolutionary War, tells about it, and then Barbary Wars, and then we have the War of 1812, which I've actually personally been to some of the people who fought in that war's grave sites. I have the Mexican-American War. And then, what else? The Civil War. Apparently right here, the courthouse and several homes in Bellefonte were burned by Union troops in combat that took place at the Battle of Bridgeport and Scottsboro skirmish. We'll have to I know where this is at. We'll have to go through there. And Bridgeport Storage and Transfer Depot Complex. There's actually a train. We'll have to go see that one day. I didn't really know that was there. And of course we have the American Indian Wars. Went on for like 300 years. So. And then we have a placard here on the Spanish-American War, which I believe we've been to one grave from this war, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have World War I. And then World War II Europe. And then we have the Pacific World War II. This one was with when Japan hit Pearl Harbor. And then what's on. We already went to those. And then we have the Gulf War. I wasn't even born during this one. And then we have Afghanistan, which I was like 9 or 10 when that one happened. 9, I think. And then we have Iraq and the Persian Gulf War. And then changing face of war. And then this is just telling why we've gone to war. And then freedom is land more than one generation from extinction. I believe we already went over there to that one, so. Yeah, it's a place of honor and peace and thankfulness and appreciation to those who keep us safe and free. And of course, I forgot to show this, but all the way down through here is each one of these bricks is a name of somebody who's donated even a small amount. And this one says, as you approach the monument circle, please do so with honor and respect for all veterans who served our country. Directly under the flag is the honor wall memorial dedicated to those who gave their lives for the freedom we enjoy. And that's why they're at the very front under the flags. They gave all that they had to make sure we have our freedom. So we are very thankful to each and every one of them for what they did. All gave some, but some had to give all. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this little rainy day walk video here at the Veterans Memorial Honor Park. Just wanted to share that with you guys and thank all of our veterans, past and present, for everything y'all did and are doing. Without you, we wouldn't be here anymore. So thank you everybody for watching, and appreciate y'all's support. So we'll catch y'all on another video. Thank y'all.